Hi, I'm Claire Mellentine and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about the intervention, the diamond in the rough. And this is a great self-esteem intervention, especially for junior high and high school aged kids. And which we know is that for many kids, this is where our self-esteem just takes a huge hit as they are faced with so many more peer pressures and social media pressures and just life pressures. And so what you're going to need for this intervention are these ugly little rocks called a geode. And you can find these rocks outside in nature in certain places of the country, but you can also order them online from different party supply stores, and they usually will come in packs of, a dozen or so. But you can see these little rocks are not that pretty. They're pretty ugly. And so what a geode is they're ugly on the outside, but when you crack them open, what you find is that they're full of worth, much like a diamond in the rough. And I don't know if you can see in here, but inside the geode are full of crystals and smooth and shiny rocks, and it's just the most beautiful core. And so we talk a lot about how sometimes we're like these geodes, and we feel like these geodes. And so when we're processing with the older kid or with a teenager, we can use much more cognitive processing because that abstract reasoning has been developed in their brain. And so I have them hold onto a rock, and we just explore it experientially at first. So you're going to rub it, you're going to look at it, you're going to smell it if you want to. And I have the child or the teenager describe all of the characteristics of this funky, weird-looking, misshapen rock. And then we talk about how does that feel similar to how they feel about themselves. So we do a compare and contrast. And then what you're going to need is an old sock, and this will get holes in it, so you actually really want an old sock. And you're going to need a hammer. And what you do is you put your geode inside your sock, and this helps to protect not only the surface that you're going to be breaking this open, but your eyes, which is really important. You don't want to get a shard of rock in your eye. That wouldn't feel good. And you're going to take the hammer and you're going to beat on the rock until the geode splits in half. And then you look at the geode from the inside now. And so again, you're going to do a whole experiential exploration. You can feel it, you can look at it, you can smell it. You're going to notice the colors, the shapes, the smooth texture versus the rough texture. And you're going to have your client describe in detail what characteristics they see now on the inside. And again, you're going to compare and contrast to what is at their core and what things about them are special and unique and valuable, much like the crystal that is in the rock. And then the client gets to take these home with them, so they have that visual reminder that their worth is so much more than what the outside world tells them. And for many of my teen clients especially, this has been a really meaningful activity for them, and one that has given them a huge boost in their self-confidence. And many of the teens that I work with will actually take their geode and carry it around with them in their pocket or their backpack at school or their purse, something like that, so they always have that reminder of their worth. And when they're having those rough, no good, very bad days that we all have, they know that their worth is bigger and better than what the world tells them. So I hope you enjoy this intervention. If you have any questions about it, feel free to write in the comments below. If you have any questions about play therapy in general, write your questions down. My goal is to answer them and be a resource for clinicians across the world. And so your question may be featured in my next upcoming video, so be on the lookout for that. I encourage you guys to hit up my website at clairemellentine.com and also subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I'll be constantly posting new interventions and techniques for children, families, teens, and adults. Have a great day, and we'll see you at my next segment.